in Dothan next week, and Ashley Bell is here to tell us more about the Women of East Bend, and thank you so much for being here.
Hi, how are you for having me? I'm doing well, thank you.
Now, am I saying that correctly? Is it G or G?
A lot of people say that it's G's Bend.
G's Bend, okay.
G's Bend.
Well, I wasn't quite sure with that, but it is very exciting. They are very well known.
They are. When I was a college student at Auburn, I was first introduced to them, and that was a long time ago. And their quilts have been, the Smithsonian just took a few of their quilts.
Wow.
They've had United States postal stamps, there's been musicals, and the lecturer that's coming, she has had some exhibitions even outside the U.S. for their quilts. I know in Australia for sure.
So this is an incredible show that's coming to our area. What an opportunity for the people in the Wiregrass. So tell me about the quilt makers of East Bend and why they're so famous.
I would start that off by saying it's their story and the history. And like our event, Miss Burek's going to give a lecture, and that's going to start with their ancestors that came from Africa and were brought over to work as on a plantation all the way to the Civil Rights Movement, and because they're just south, East Bend is just south of Selma, so they were part of Martin Luther King and walking across the bridge, and it's just a really rich story. And because of the influences of their heritage and coming from Africa and the way that their ancestors were kept in isolation, they created just beautiful, unique designs that are not your traditional colonial style. And it's kind of like they were just free thinking as they started sewing, and very amazing work.
And talk to me about what we can expect with the event next week and where people can see these types of works and things.
Well, I do want to say we've been working on this project with the Wiregrass Museum of Art, and we're both going to have, this is like, next week is East Bend's week in Dothan.
Wonderful.
But for us at Wallace, next Tuesday, April 14th at 6 p.m., and this is, people have called about reservations. There's no reservations needed. It's free and open to the public. We'll have the historical lecture at 6, and then there will be a singing of hymns, and then we'll have a question and answer panel. And then our event will conclude that the quilters are actually going to sell their quilts.
Oh, wow.
From 8 to 9. And then the museum, their event begins on Thursday. They're going to have a show opening. So you'll see quilts with us and with them.
Oh, such a great opportunity for the people in this area. Do you want to tell me anything about this particular? So beautiful.
I can tell you what I really favor. This is the one I use some pictures. I enjoy the small little blocks and the kind of rows they create. And the title for this is Street Signs. And they have, like, even on the backs, they'll write down the names, and there's this stamp that says it's from the East Bend Quilt Collective, and the artist is Mary with the Petway. But I love the colors. They're very kind of romantic-looking colors to me.
And it doesn't look like anything else.
No, and that's it's just like this. The rows and the arrangements. It's just not. I mean, just pure imagination.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now let's check in with Howard.
Hello?